Sometimes we believe that if we are always kind to others, if we always show understanding, if we open our hearts and offer a helping hand, then the people around us will treat us with the same sincerity and respect. It seems like an unshakable law of life. You reap what you sow. But reality often shatters this belief. Instead of what we expect, we encounter the exact opposite. The kinder we become, the more understanding we show, the more good we do for others. Suddenly, we find ourselves being valued less. We are listened to less. Some people even begin to see this kindness as a weakness. It's as if each new gesture of goodwill chips away at our value in the eyes of certain people. Why does this happen? Why does human nature sometimes seek to crush goodness instead of celebrating it? Why do good intentions and kind actions sometimes invite disrespect? This question has troubled many for thousands of years, and today we will explore it through the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Thousands of years ago, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius observed this paradox and explained its reasons with remarkable clarity. If you too wish to understand this topic on a deeper level and learn how to make your kindness a source of strength, not weakness, then it is worth watching this video till the end. And of course, before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts in the comments, because this dialogue is valuable for all of us. Let's take a moment to reflect. From childhood, we are taught to be good people, to show respect to everyone, to help, to be understanding. Indeed, kindness and showing compassion, doing good for others, is one of the most valuable qualities a person can have. But there is a very fine and dangerous line here, the line between kindness and weakness. If you cannot see this line, if your acts of kindness stem not from inner strength, but from fear or a desire to be liked, believe me, people instinctively sense this. This is a truth that Stoic philosophers understood very well. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they taught us that every action we take must be rooted in inner strength and principle. If you choose to help others, do it because it is your own choice, not out of fear or an attempt to avoid rejection. Unfortunately, human nature works this way. When someone is perceived as weak, whether it is a friend, colleague, or family member, respect for them often diminishes. If you always say yes, if you fulfill everyone's wishes, if you silently tolerate every disrespect, this will not make you loved and respected. It will make you appear weak and easily controlled. Kindness by itself is a powerful value, but this value only commands strength and respect when it is paired with boundaries. If you cannot set boundaries, if you cannot say no, if you constantly sacrifice your own value and principles to please others, then even your best intentions will eventually become an invitation for disrespect and exploitation. Seneca said it clearly. He who tries to please everyone will soon please no one, because a person who constantly agrees and always yields does not project firmness or self-respect. And inevitably, people adjust their behavior towards such a person. Kindness, when combined with boundaries and inner strength, awakens both respect and admiration in those around you. Why do people do this? Isn't this question on your mind too? Why is it that the more kindness I show, the less people seem to value me? Why do the more understanding I show, the more they take advantage of me? You are not alone in experiencing this. Thousands of years ago, Stoic philosophers also observed this paradox. They studied human nature deeply and were unafraid to confront its darker sides. In their view, how people perceive you depends not on your intentions, but on your behavior. No matter how pure your intentions are in your heart, others do not see that. They see how you act, and based on this, they decide how to value you. If you are afraid to say no, if you agree to every invitation, if you constantly place others' well-being above your own, if you silently tolerate disrespect, people will inevitably perceive you as weak. It is a harsh truth, but one that life has proven time and time again. Why? Because human nature has this instinct to push the weak, to control the indecisive, to manipulate those who always say yes. Epictetus expressed it beautifully. Be forgiving, but do not allow yourself to be used. Pay attention to the depth of this sentence. Forgiveness is a sign of strength, but failing to set boundaries, that is a sign of weakness. If you act out of the hope that maybe they will like me, if you abandon your principles just to be liked, if you remain silent in the face of behavior that tramples your values, this will slowly destroy the respect others have for you. Because deep within the human mind there is a mechanism. A person who lacks inner strength is not worthy of respect. That is why the Stoics teach us, be kind, be compassionate, do good, but do it with firmness and clear boundaries. Learn to say no. Make your boundaries visible. Stand firm against disrespect, because how people value you is directly tied to the strength and firmness you display. One of the most important lessons I want to share with you today is the power of setting boundaries. Because being kind is not the same as being weak. Doing good is not the same as sacrificing yourself. The Stoics teach us that inner calm and external boundaries are two pillars that must complement each other. If you are not strong and unshakable within, if you do not clearly show your boundaries to the outside world, then your kindness will soon be exploited as a weakness. So if you want to be kind, but do it with clear boundaries. People must know that you do good because you choose to, not out of fear. Not out of fear of rejection, not to be liked. You do it because you are faithful to your principles and inner strength. And this difference is very apparent in a person's behavior. When someone does good to be liked, it comes across as fear. And sadly, some people will start taking advantage of those who act this way. But when someone does good from a place of inner strength and clear boundaries, that kindness inspires respect and admiration. Marcus Aurelius expressed this very clearly. I will not allow anyone to treat me with exploitation. I will be kind, but not foolish. There is deep wisdom behind this simple sentence. You are not here to be everyone's helper. You are here to be a person faithful to your values and inner strength. Setting boundaries is not something to fear. In fact, it makes you someone who is valued and respected by those around you. What does it mean for a Stoic to set boundaries? It means, I will do good, but not for those who seek to use me. I will listen, but not to those who disrespect my worth. I will be understanding, but not at the cost of betraying my principles. Because if you do not respect yourself, no one else will respect you either. True strength lies in being both kind and able to set clear boundaries. Yes, kindness is not an obligation. It is a choice. And when you make that choice with strength and clarity, the way people treat you will completely change. But how can we practically apply these principles in our daily lives? This is very important to know, because knowing the theory is one thing. Living it in your everyday behavior is a whole different level. So let us draw inspiration from the wisdom of Stoic philosophy and think together about how we can walk this path with clear, practical steps. Learn to say no. This may be one of the most difficult, yet one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Saying yes to everyone's request does not make you a kind or valuable person. On the contrary, and it will soon make you appear as someone without a will of your own, easily manipulated by others.
Remember this, sometimes saying no
is the kindest answer you can give, both to yourself and to others. Because saying no does the following. It demonstrates your loyalty to your own principles. It teaches others where your boundaries lie. It proves your inner strength. The Stoics taught us that true freedom begins with the ability to say no. How does this look in daily life? You receive an invitation. If you do not want to go, then don't. Someone asks for something beyond your capacity. If you can't do it, say no. A request goes against your values, firmly reject it. These simple actions will gradually make you a person who is respected. Do not expect something in return when you do good. The true power of kindness lies in the fact that it comes from your inner values. If you do good always expecting something in return, that kindness turns into a sign of weakness. It can easily make you someone who is easily manipulated. The Stoics taught us that kindness must be done for its own sake. If you do good, do it because it aligns with your values. If the other person thanks you, wonderful. If they don't, that should not change your principles. This mindset will give you inner freedom and emotional resilience. And people will sense that your kindness comes from your strength of character, not from a need for validation or reward. Recognize and stop disrespect immediately. This is a very important and often forgotten point. If someone starts treating you disrespectfully and you silently tolerate it, believe me, the behavior will continue and it will get worse. Why? Because people behave within the boundaries you allow them. The Stoics were very clear on this matter. Recognize disrespect immediately, name it, and stop it. This sends a very powerful signal to the other person. You cannot treat me this way. I expect respect, and I will protect my boundaries. Inner confidence was the Stoics' most important shield. This means that you know your worth, and because of that, you will not compromise in the face of disrespect. How can you apply this in practice? Respond to people who try to mock you with calm and firm words. Do not ignore small acts of disrespect. Set your boundaries immediately. If a relationship is devaluing you, either change the terms or walk away from it. This is the true Stoic approach. Be a kind and benevolent person, but with clear boundaries and inner strength. A person who knows how to say no, who does good without expecting anything in return, and who responds firmly to disrespect and earns both respect and value in the eyes of others. This path is not easy, but often the hard path is the right path. So what is true Stoic kindness? There is one thing you must understand clearly. True Stoic kindness is not weakness. It is the finest expression of determination and inner strength. It means being able to control yourself. Remain loyal to your emotions and your principles. Yes, you are doing good, but for whom? For yourself, because that is who you are. But if you are doing good just to make others happy, to look good in their eyes, to be accepted, then you are moving away from your true center. And in that case, your kindness will gradually turn you into a weak and dependent person. True Stoic kindness is an act born from inner strength, wise and with boundaries. Being kind does not mean allowing everyone to treat you however they want. It also includes knowing how to draw boundaries, protect yourself, and demand respect. Never forget this. People will not always respect you. But if you continue to respect yourself, that respect will radiate outward. And also accept this. It is not necessary for everyone to like you, because you cannot control how others feel about you. But you can control your own actions, and you can control your boundaries. And when you practice kindness within those boundaries, you rise to another level. You create a powerful balance between kindness and respect. And that is something very few people achieve. Because anyone can appear kind, but very few can be kind, principled, and respected at the same time. Now ask yourself this question. What kind of person do I want to be? Someone who is simply kind, or someone who is both kind and respected? The choice is yours. Make it wisely. Protect your inner strength. Do not forget to protect your boundaries. If you too want to become a more balanced and powerful person inspired by Stoic philosophy, apply these principles in your daily life. And don't be afraid to be kind, but always avoid appearing weak. In our next video, we will explore another fascinating topic, and so don't forget to follow us. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. With all my best wishes and from Stoic Master.